Hi everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Suresh. I work as a senior solutions engineer with Sumo, and I am going to be walking you through the Sumo Cloud SIEM demo today. Let's get started. Before we get on to the live demo, few housekeeping stuff. We have a Q&A button at the center of the screen. Please use it to ask any questions, and post this live demo, I will be answering all of your questions. Um, let's get started with the live webinar now. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So before we get started with the demo, I will give you an introduction about who Sumo is, what do we do. We are a continuous intelligence platform providing full stack observability, including security for all our global customers. We have started in the year 2010, 12 plus years now. So we have 2000 plus customers across the globe, and we have a lot of customers in India. We have 175,000 plus active users globally who use our platform to derive continuous intelligence out of all the data. 1.7 exabytes of data is analyzed using Sumo as a platform with quadrillions of records being analyzed every day. So we have a lot of customers across the globe with important enterprise customers use Sumo across India and then the SAARC region. So with Sumo you can get a full stack observability. We ingest data into the platform in the form of logs, metrics, events, and security. And we collect data from a very diverse set of sources, using which Sumo becomes a single source of truth. And we provide security and SIEM capabilities on top of our platform. So with Sumo we provide audit and compliance triggered requirements. So you can bring in all your data. We provide a highly flexible, powerful platform which can scale, and then you can ingest terabytes and terabytes of logs into it. We can now provide you all the audit and compliance requirements using all this data that you ingest into the platform. So we provide you various mechanisms by which you can bring in all of your data without having to worry about the cost, and you can meet all of your compliance needs. Sumo is one of the highly certified platforms available in the market today. To name a few, we are SOC 2 Type 2, HIPAA, GDPR, ISO 27001, CSA Star, to name a few of the certifications. So when you bring in the data into the Sumo platform, you are going to get a platform which is already certified for all of these different standards. So meeting your audit and compliance requirements becomes far easier. And using your data that you have brought into the platform, you can again meet all your compliance needs by creating various different dashboards to showcase the compliance side of it. We also provide cloud security monitoring and analytics using the core platform. Using the core platform, you can monitor, you can detect, and you can investigate all your security incidences. And we also provide you a powerful threat correlation, which is completely free and out of the box. So you can look at all your data across the platform, and you can use Sumo to meet all your security and monitoring requirements. We also provide you a powerful Cloud SIEM platform, which is going to be the main focus of the discussion today, using which you can automatically triage all the alerts, you can detect all the threats, and you can perform all your threat hunting and then very deep security investigations. And finally, we provide a cloud SOAR platform using which you can provide a lot of automation for your SOC analyst. So you can automate all those responses that you want to do. You can do complete orchestration using Sumo SOAR platform. So let's get on to the challenges that security analysts like you face today. So there are a lot of blind spots which are created due to a changing security landscape. So with this, different teams have different visibility, and there are a lot of gaps which are actually created, which results in a lot of blind spots. There is also a lot of manual workflows, which results in slow, inefficient workflows, which the security analysts have to face. And all this results in lengthy investigation and response times. And the most important problem that the security analysts face today is about alert fatigue, where there are a lot of alerts are actually generated by the platform, and there is too much time and very less resources that are actually available, which results in the analysts chasing up the low priority security incidences, looking at a lot of false positives and missing out on critical incidences, etc. So with Sumo Logic, we provide you a powerful platform which helps to eliminate all the security blind spots. So you can correlate all the threats across your infrastructure, irrespective of where your data resides. You can look at your on-prem, cloud, multi-cloud, as well as hybrid environments. So you get complete visibility to your environment, unlike the traditional tools which are not built for the cloud environments. Sumo Logic is born and bought out of the cloud. So we are hosted out of AWS, and we provide multi-cloud security. So there are no security blind spots. You can look at your entire infrastructure using Sumo Logic as a single platform. We help you to speed up your investigations using very efficient built-in workflows with the various different out-of-the-box content that we provide, using which you can quickly investigate and then you can get onto the problems which are affecting your infrastructure. We help you to cut through the noise. There are hundreds and hundreds of, if not thousands of alerts are actually generated. And we automatically triage all those alerts to tell you what are the most important ones that your security analysts have to look into. So you don't have to go through hundreds and hundreds of logs focusing on the non-priority ones. So you can cut through all the noise and get onto the most important ones, which is affecting your infrastructure. So having seen that, we would like to show you a real world example. So here we are looking at one of the enterprise customers who has bought in data into the Sumo Logic platform. So this is data which has been coming into the platform. There are around 10 billion plus records which have come in, and which has resulted in 9.8 million plus number of signals. Signals are something equivalent to the alerts over here. So this is the place where most of the SIEMs, they use the correlation rules to detect, and then they generate the signals, and they stop right here. Now, you as an analyst, you have to look into all of the signals, and you need to identify what is actually plaguing your organization. Whereas with Sumo Logic, what we did is that we automatically went through this 9.8 million plus signals, and we generated 175 insights. So this is a signal to insight ratio of around 56,494:1. And these insights, no action was required on 95 of them. There are few false positives, and there were security incidents of 65 of them, which requires the attention of the SOC analyst. So in this particular case, the customer was able to focus on the most critical incidences first. They don't have to look into billions of records and signals out here. So how long would it take for your current tools and processes to filter it down from thousands of signals to few actionable insights, right? Whereas with Sumo, you can easily do that. Having said that, let's see the platform in action now. So in this particular screenshot that you're seeing now, you can see the most important parameters out here, which are the records, signals, and insights. The records are all the data that we have accumulated into this particular platform, the equivalent of logs and equivalent of events, etc. Everything is combined together to show us number of records. From these records, we are going to generate signals by going through all this data that Sumo Logic has actually collected. The signals are equivalent to the alerts over here, where we automatically go to the records and identify the signals that you need to look into. And from the signals, you are going to see the insights, which is one of the major differentiators for Sumo Logic here. So with the insights, you are looking at all the auto-correlated signals with all the additional contextual data that is required for you to do all your security investigations. So let's get onto the platform and then see how this looks, how the security analyst lives looks on one of the days. So what we are seeing now is the Sumo Logic Cloud SIEM platform. This is an interface which is built by analysts, keeping security analysts like you in mind. On the left-hand side, you can see the status of the platform. You can see the data for any duration that you want, like 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days, whatever time duration that you want to see. Here you can see the three major informations here. The one is the number of records, This is the total amount of data that the particular platform has actually created and collected in the last 24 hours. While we talk, you can see the dashboards updating automatically, auto refreshing. You can see the signals here from these records. We have gone through all these records which are ingested into the platform, and we have arrived at 530K signals. So these are like the alerts where the system says that you need to basically look into this 530K signals. This is a place where most of the platforms available in the market today will leave you on your own, where your teams have to go through all of the signals and they need to start stitching a story as to what is actually happening inside your entire infrastructure. With Sumo Logic, we provide you insights. With insights, we are doing an auto correlation of all these signals, and we are going to tell you these are the 6 most important things that your team has to look into, rather than shooting in the dark or going through all the low priority one, low fidelity signals, etc. Here you can see a couple of metrics with respect to the Cloud SIEM. You can see the insights by status like how many are new, how many are being worked in progress, etc. You can see the HUD view here in the center. The outer boundary marks the total number of laggards which are ingested into the platform at different time frames. The inner circle shows you the total number of signals which are actually generated by the platform. And at the innermost circle, you can see the insights here. So you can see the colors showing the status of various insights, red being new, green being means resolved. You can see white being means in progress. Various colors show the various status of various insights over here. At the rightmost, you can see the latest insight which has been identified by the platform. So there is an insight with the insight number, and there is also a description of the insight which is matching with the MITRE attack stages. You can see the credential access with execution, and below this you can see the entity here. So entities are things like your IP addresses, MAC addresses, usernames, host names, etc. So the entity which is being involved in this particular insight seems to be a user here. And below this, you can see this plus symbol here. The x-axis shows the duration for which we are identifying this particular insight. There are 3 signals which have been part of this, are auto clustered in this insight. And you can see that the durations for which we have seen this multiple signals. By default, we look into last 14 days of data. So all the low and slow attacks can be easily detected by the platform, compared to the other platforms which struggle even to look into data of last couple of hours. We as a SaaS platform, we provide you a longer duration where we can identify all the low and slow attacks, etc., which are happening inside your entire infrastructure. And these can be customized to into last 1 month as well. The vertical axis shows the severity of these incidences. So here you can see the grade of 0 to 10 over here being shown for all these 3 different signals. Below the latest insight, you can see a panel which shows all the activities which are happening across the platform. So let's get on to what this insight is all about and how it can actually make a larger difference for you in your life as an analyst. So what we are looking at here is the insights. So you can see the status, the various different insights by the status like new insights, in progress, tier 3, etc. You can customize all of this as per your requirement. I can move the insights across various different stages depending upon how my investigation progresses. For example, I want to move this particular signal to, say, for example, my tier 3 team so that they can look into it. All that I need is that I just drag and drop it into my level 3. So like this, I can move the insights to various different stages. Let's look into one of the insight to derive more understanding about it. So I'm going to open up one of the insights, which is insight 19408, persistence with initial access. So I'm opening up this particular insight over here. And here I can see the insight along with a description which matches with the MITRE attack stage. And I can see the status is actually new. And then I can keep changing this status of this particular insight depending upon how my investigation progresses. I can also assign it to my various different team members here. So I can assign it to any of them, or I can assign it to myself. So case management is built into the platform automatically. So you can see the entity which is being involved in this particular insight, which is an IP address. And here you can see the various different entities which are being tracked by the system automatically. So things like IP addresses, MAC addresses, host names, usernames, etc. are automatically tracked by the platform as and when the data keeps coming into the platform. You can see the overall severity of this particular insight, which is being shown as low here. And we also provide a global confidence where we see data which is actually available. With Sumologic Global Confidence, we compare the various different insights with a global cohort of customers. This is a completely anonymized data. And when we see there is a match, then we can tell you the confidence based on the global data that we see. Higher score means that it is more, I would say, confidence for you to conclude that this is a much more severe incident. So this global confidence can help you benchmark your environment against the global cohort of customers against an anonymized set of data. Here you can see the signal data. There are 4 unique signals which have been auto-clustered together by the system to create this particular insight, along with critical metrics, which is helpful from the SOC perspective. Here you can see the 4 signals over here. And I can glance through the signals here. You can see a rich set of metadata, which helps you to understand these signals, as well as to understand what has actually happened inside this particular environment. So you're looking at the event time, which for this particular signal, you can see a description about the signals, where it shows that there's a proof point tab. This shows the user received an email with a phishing link. And you can see the rule which has actually triggered this. And you can see the rich set of metadata, which helps me to understand, like, there is an action which has been performed, which is click permitted. There's a device IP, and you can see the URL which is being accessed under this particular condition. You can see the source device IP address. You can see the threat name, the user email, etc. And looks like in this particular case, the click is actually permitted. And the second signal says that the checkpoint threat emulation, there is a malicious file allowed. And looks like by clicking the particular link, a malicious file has been downloaded. And the CrowdStrike threat detection summary says that there is a malicious file, the antivirus scan results. It shows that there is a malicious file which has been actually detected. And finally, there is a correlation. There is a threat intel correlation where the device IP is actually matching with a threat intel file hash. So just by glancing through these 4 signals, I can clearly understand that looks like the user received a phishing email. The user clicked this and looked like the particular user has been infected with a malware in this particular case. So I can go down much deeper into all of these particular signals. I'm going to open up one of the signals out here, which is a proof point tab, which shows that there is a user who received email with a phishing link. You can see the severity, you can see the event time, the rule which actually matched this particular incident. You can see when was this particular signal created, what is the entity which is involved, and you can see the rule which is actually creating this particular signal over here. And I can see a rich set of metadata, which helps me in getting additional context about this particular incident, along with my source IP address over here. I can do all my matching, I can do all my correlations, I can do all my lookups. Everything is readily available at a click of the mouse. So like this, we can go through all the signals, and this can actually help me to understand what has actually happened, help me in getting additional context, as well as do all my security investigations. Let's look into the next actions now. Now that I have seen what has actually happened, I can take a suitable action here. So I can go ahead and I can raise a ticket over here. I can do service now. You can see Slack, PagerDuty. We also have SOAR integration, so I can create automatically an incident in SOAR. So I can do all of them over here. And once I am taken an action, I can go ahead and I can close this insight as well, and I can take a suitable action. So you can do all your case management. You can assign the insight to your SOC analyst. You can do everything inside the same platform. Let's get on to the signals now. So these are the individual signals which are identified by the platform. And you can see there are around 2K signals which are actually detected. So the signals are detected across the entire infrastructure stack. Your data can be coming in from on-prem, cloud. It can be hybrid environment, multi-cloud environments. We look at data across all of them. Finally, these are the various different entities. The system automatically tracks all the entities as and when the data comes in. And you can see various different entities being tracked over here. Let me take one of these users, Chintamani. So here you can see the activities, and you can see the current state as well as all the prior activity which the system has detected for this particular user. Let's get into the content side of it. You can see the rules here. So with Sumo Logic, we provide out of the box content. There are around 800 plus rules. These are the rules which helps you to automatically correlate your data and then create all those different signals. You can add your own custom rules as well. So you can click create, and we provide you options where you can create a match based rule, you can create a threshold based rule, chain based rule, as well as aggregation based rule. So you can create any of the rules that you want. And we keep updating these rules on a periodical basis. Since this is a SaaS platform, you automatically get that particular rule when Sumo Logic adds it into the total number of rules. So you keep getting the rich content that Sumo Logic generates on a periodical basis. You can also see a threat intelligence integration. So you can bring in all your existing threat intel investments into the Sumo Logic platform. You can bring in your taxi feeds or any investments that you have already made, using which we can do rich correlations, and we can enrich your data and then bring in additional context when it comes to monitoring your infrastructure as well as troubleshooting them. You can create all those different match lists, so where you can group all those various different entities together, like for example, vulnerability scanners, cloud administrators, important users. You can group them together, and you can use it for doing things like suppressing the signals, etc. Because you know anyway that these are the entities from which you are actually generating your own data. So you know what this is all about. So you don't want to create all those false signals in the system. You can create your own network blocks, as well as you can create your own custom insights as well. So this is a place where you can create your own insights. You can write your own rules. You can go ahead and then create those custom insights, which is specific for your environment. This can help you to create all custom insights for your custom applications, your own set of conditions, etc. Finally, you can do all your malware analysis, YARA rules you can create, and you can do all malware detection using Sumo Logic as a platform. So let's get back to the main HUD view here. So to summarize quickly, Sumo Logic provides you capabilities by which you can aggregate data into the platform. We provide petabytes of scale. You can bring in all your data into the platform without having to worry about the cost. From the records, the system automatically generates all the signals using out-of-the-box content as well as the custom rules that you add. And from the signals, we help you to find out the most important things that you need to look into the platform, which is in the form of insights. So we use auto correlation to go to the signals and then create all those different insights for you. So you can quickly look at the most important things, and then you can do all your investigations. With Sumo Logic, we provide multiple different instances across the globe. So we have instances in Mumbai, Tokyo, Sydney, couple of instances in Europe, and then 3 instances in the US. So you can keep all your data in this particular localize. So this helps you to meet all your data localization requirements. So the data will reside in this particular location, depending upon which particular instance that you want. Feel free to ask any of the questions using the Q&A button, and then I will be answering all those questions now. Let's look at the questions now. There is a question. The question is, how will you differentiate the capability for Cloud SIEM and Sumo Logic without Cloud SIEM feature for security operation routine, or Sumo Logic with security app integration? Okay, so with Sumo Logic, we provide you a core platform which is used for full stack visibility, where you can use the platform for your DevSecOps use cases. You can bring in the data, you can do all your security investigations using the core platform itself. Where we have a differentiation in the form of a Cloud SIEM is the enterprise module that we provide. The platform that you saw now, the Cloud SIEM Enterprise, is provided as an additional module on top of the core platform. So this is priced based on the total number of credits. So for any information that you need about how this platform is priced, please reach back to the Sumo Logic salesperson or your reseller, and then we are happy to work with you. The Cloud SIEM Advanced module provides you autocorrelation, and it looks into the signals to generate the insights. Predominantly, the tool is helpful for you when you want to do deeper security investigations where you want to accelerate and then provide very high levels of efficiency for your SOC teams. Let's look at additional questions out here. So how is the platform priced? With Sumo Logic, we provide you credits-based pricing model where similar to the way AWS provides credits, we provide you credits for your account. So depending upon the amount of data that you ingest, the corresponding credits will be burnt from your account. So for a Cloud SIEM module that we saw now, the corresponding credits would be 5 more additional credits more than the core platform, which is around 20 credits. So 20 credits per GB for the core platform plus another 5 credits for the Cloud SIEM. I suggest you to reach out to our sales teams or your reseller, and then we will be able to provide you more insights about that. I suggest you to trial up for a Sumo Logic trial today. We provide a 30-day free trial. So you can sign up for the trial account and then you can experience the power of the platform. You can reach out to sales@sumologic.com for any questions that you have, and we are happy to work with your team. So no more questions. Thank you for joining the webinar today. It is a pleasure to present the Sumo Logic Cloud SIEM platform to you. I wish you all a very good day.